It is time for Tech Tuesday, and we're getting a glimpse of the future when it comes to our mobile devices.
The Mobile World Congress has kicked off, and there are some new gadgets that really look like they are straight out of a sci-fi movie. Joining us live with this week's top tech headlines is tech expert Greg Nibbler. Greg, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, some fun futuristic tech today. So MWC, in case anybody doesn't know, it takes place in Barcelona every year, and it brings in tens of thousands of companies and people to kind of take a look at futuristic tech. And it used to be focused on mobile devices, but now really it's like expanded to all kinds of things, including rollable tech. So that's the first one I kind of wanted to highlight. We're used to foldable tech now, the foldable phones with the foldable screens. This is rollable screens. There's one that's a phone demo, but really this laptop is the one that I want to kind of highlight. So it comes from Lenova. And the idea is that you would press a button on the side of this laptop and it would expand from 12.7 inches to 15.5 inches just with that touch of a button. It's kind of magical how it looks, how it rolls up, but this is actually completely solid screen that's able to roll up like that. And they're looking at this for, one thing, the form factor. Naturally, you could have a smaller laptop and just hit that button and get a nice smooth screen, a bigger one. But also, just looking at from a work standpoint, say you're working on spreadsheets, you want more screen to look at that, or you want to do some side-by-side things, a lot of stuff that could happen with it. And this one is a concept, but this kind of technology is certainly something that's going to get rolled out eventually into different devices, including laptops. And I think it's pretty cool, just the idea that you could have something small and then have it roll out. I like it a little bit better than the foldable ones just on their own, because you're not going to have a crease like that. But I mean, what do you think about this? Is this something that you would actually use?
It's interesting.
Yeah, I think I would.
It seems
no
like
doubt.
I'm with you there, Greg, that not having that crease of it folding in half, it seems like that would be more durable too for the lifetime of the product.
Plus, I just like stuff that looks cool, and that looks cool.
It does.
Exactly. It looks cool.
It got style points, that's for sure.
Yeah, let's talk about also staying at the Mobile World Congress. Augmented reality glasses are being featured. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so augmented reality, it's kind of been a buzzword for a long time, and it's just to distinguish between virtual reality, where you wear the glasses, you're in a completely virtual world. Augmented reality is overlaying digital imagery across like real life imagery. So if you can imagine, when you hold up your phone and you have directions over a real life map, or you're using your camera, it's along those lines. But augmented reality glasses have not been really form factor ready, and this is from a company called Xiaomi. It's a big Chinese manufacturer. They're really big worldwide. And they're showcasing what they say are the most compact augmented reality glasses that have been created. And these ones are not tethered to a phone or anything. They're on their own. They work wirelessly with the smartphone, but it's that whole thing. You put these on, you can overlay all kinds of different things. Looking at it from even like a workspace setup, you could have, your company email right here. This is all virtually over what you're seeing in your living room. That you could have a Zoom call right here. You could have your spreadsheet, whatever it is, however you want to do that. And then you can actually just use your hands in real space and move them around because it tracks it with a camera. It's very futuristic, very Minority Report-ish, definitely along those lines. It's kind of what it is, but I love the idea of these things. And this is a demo of it. I think once people start actually getting these in their hands and can use it, I think it's going to be bigger than virtual reality by far. But right now, we're still in kind of the demo stage. Apple's supposedly going to have one coming out pretty soon, but I really like how this one looks from Xiaomi.
It's neat. Yeah, I don't know. I worry with the augmented reality. It seems like a really easy way to take a step off a real life sidewalk in front of a real life car and have some very real world problems if you're not careful about where you're using those glasses.
Sure.
I'm in danger of that just with my phone anyway. So this could be bad.
And by the way, I'm glad you mentioned Minority Report, because when I was looking at the visuals, I was thinking, what was that movie where Tom Cruise is moving the stuff around? And you mentioned
it all comes back.
So there you go.
Ever since I've always wanted to be able to do that with the screen. So that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Hey, finally, MIT is taking 3D printing to a whole nother level.
Yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. So this is going back to the medical technology side of things. So they're working on a way to 3D print a replica of someone's heart. So the idea is, when somebody has an issue, they have to have surgery, particularly say there's, valves or whatever it is that they have to do medically. What they would do is, the concept here is they scan somebody's heart, which they can do right now, and then they take that and would be able to 3D print an exact replica of that person's heart. And that usually within a day, they're saying, within a day, this thing could be printed out. They can actually run it through a system, have it pump just like their heart, and then 3D print valves and different things to test it out to make sure they get like the right fit or whatever it is that they're going to be doing, that everything works perfectly for it. So it would be something that would make it a lot easier for the doctors and safer for the patient. And they're saying this tech is really about ready to go. I mean, it's not out there yet, but just looking at where they're going with 3D printed technology, I just thought it was really fascinating to see that. I mean, this isn't 3D printing a complete heart replica that's going to go in yet, but I mean, it doesn't seem like we're that far away from that kind of technology. But even this, just to test things out, I thought was a pretty cool use of tech.
Ah, that is very cool.
Well, Greg, thanks for the rundown. Always interesting. And we'll see you again next week.
Sounds great.
And stay up to date on all the top tech headlines by following Greg on Twitter. He's at Greg Nibbler.